Let's talk bookish goals for 2025. Starting with the number of books I'd like to read, I'm setting my reading goal at 50 books. Last year I read 65 books, but I decided to set my goal a little lower at 50. First of all, I want to make it obtainable. I don't want to put any stress or pressure on the number of books I plan to read this year. And I wanted to leave some room for those months when life is lifing and I may not be able to read as much as I usually do. So I feel like 50 is a good number. It's achievable. It's something to still strive for. And I'm pretty happy with that number. And that brings me to my next goal, which is also another reason why the number is lower. And this goal is to slow down and enjoy my books more. This last year, I found myself trying to get through books really quickly to see how many books I could read in a month and get my number up there. But this year, I want to be intentional about really slowing down and enjoying the books that I'm reading and not being so focused on making sure I get them read fast. My next goal is to prioritize my physical TBR. Now, while I haven't actually counted how many books are on my shelves that I haven't read yet, I know it's a pretty big, significant number. So this year, I'd like to prioritize reading those books and slow down on how many books that I acquire. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to get new books as they come out, especially for series that I'm excited about and I've already been reading, but I'm definitely going to make a conscious effort to not buy as many books. Another goal I have this year is to DNF more books. I've always been the type of reader where even if I'm not enjoying a book, I power through and I read that book to the end. And this year, I'm giving myself the power to stop reading a book if I'm not enjoying reading it. That's the whole point of reading, is for enjoyment. So why do I force myself to read something I don't like reading? And honestly, this feels like my hardest goal, so I'm really going to work on this one for sure. And the last goal I have for 2025 is to read a new genre. I definitely have my comfort genres. I mostly stick to fantasy and romance. This past year, I got into thrillers, which is an exciting new genre for me. So this year, I'd like to continue exploring new genres and challenge myself to read a genre that I've been nervous to read. Particularly horror is what I'm thinking of. But regardless of what genre I choose, I want to try something new. So those are my bookish goals for 2025. Let me know in the comments if you have any reading goals. I'd be interested to see if there's any we share.